Hey, I'm Paul from Ready or Not, and this is the first video I'm doing. I'm going to call Paul's Vlogs, and so that's something that I want to create new in between putting up the other Ready or Not stuff, band things, and I don't know. So we're just starting this channel. Briefly, in a little introduction thing, said I told about our band, like a 30-second history of what's going on. So we started playing back in 2000 and then stopped in 2005. I quit for various reasons that I don't know, whatever. I wish I didn't, but I did at the time. And then here we are 15 years later. We both kept playing and doing different things, and now we're getting back in the band thing. So it's Nate and I. Nate is the drummer, and we don't have a bass player at the moment, but we've had a few over the years, so maybe we'll bring somebody back or find somebody new or something. But for now, it's Nathan and I, and we want to record all our old music because we've got better equipment now. So that's one of our primary goals, but also get back to playing shows. We played a show a couple weeks ago, which, click around on this channel, you'll see a couple of songs from that our friend John had recorded. John previously played in the band with us. Hello, John. And so the recordings came out great. I was really surprised, but I guess things have changed in the last 15 years. It's gone a long way from disposable cameras, which we used to take pictures at the show, and our 4-track recorder. It was great for the time, but the 4-track, you're limited. You have 4 tracks. And we're using cassette tapes, and at the time we didn't have a computer to mix down to and clean up some of the sounds and stuff. The very end of before the band ended back in 2005, we had gotten set up on a program called Goldwave on the computer. Actually, John introduced that to us and helped us record a couple of our songs. And so I'll be posting those probably this week, hopefully. Those tracks, those are the best recordings that we'd gotten. But I also I'm going to post all our old stuff, so you'll be able to tell the difference. You'll see the transition in recording quality from the 4-track back then, and the 4-track with computer processing, and then nowadays with a full digital multi-track recorder, digital audio workstation with everything built into it. So that's what we're going to be using now to record. And over the next couple months, hopefully we'll get most of our old stuff recorded, if not all of it. I don't think we're going to re-record the albums, but depends on once we get started how it goes. And we've got some other songs that would be fun to write some new stuff. I have some songs that I have written in between then and now. I think would be fun to play as a band. When I was in college, and it was 2008, 2010, I recorded an acoustic album, just me and the guitar. A friend of mine's friend or cousin or somebody recorded it for me, and he did a pretty good job of it. It still sounds homemade, and so I don't mind the homemade sound, but I'm looking for more of a complete recording, polished sound. So that's what we're going to hope for with this next go at recording. We definitely got better equipment. Our skills are improved, hopefully, dramatically over 20 years. And I mean, I picked up guitar in 1999, and that was when I got started. I was watching Gavin Rossdale from Bush. Bush was playing Woodstock. I was seeing a video of that, and I thought, this guy's amazing. I want to be just like him. So I tried learning guitar a few times prior to that in my life, so I was just turned 18, I guess, and I bought an electric guitar. It was a Epiphone Les Paul Special 2, and from the local guitar store. It was used, and I got a little guitar amp and distortion pedal, and so it sounded like, just hitting the strings, it sounded like distorted guitar, which is what I listen to. I listen to punk rock music, mostly alternative rock, and mostly punk rock or alternative rock, whatever. And MXPX, Blink-182, Green Day, Eve 6, those are the big things for me. Everclear, those were the big bands for me at that time. And so I got that, and I learned the song Damn It by Blink-182. I was able to figure it out in one night, and that was motivating enough to keep me going. I couldn't play it well in one night, but I was able to play it. And so that was the start for me for playing guitar. And that was 1999. And then my friend Sean said, well, I'll get a bass, I'll learn how to play that, and then we'll start a band. And I said, great, let's do it. So Sean did that, got a bass, we both were learning guitar, and then we spent about a year looking for a drummer. And Nathan and I went to high school together. Sean and I went to church together, so we all knew each other. Well, and so I ran into Nate sometime I hadn't seen him a lot since high school, but I ran into him one time, and I was asking everybody if they knew how to play drums. So it wasn't anything I didn't know he could. I just was asking everybody and asked him if he played the drums, and he said he had a little bit, but he could definitely do it, and he was interested. And so we found the drum kit we borrowed from our friend James for a while, and that was it. And so we started playing. We played at Sean's house in his basement, and then we played at my parents' house in back room that we kind of we took over, and we started out playing where in between the furnace and the washing machine. That was a tight spot, but we did it, and it worked for us, and it was cool. And so we did that for off and on for a couple of years, and recorded an album in 2001 called Pretend You Like It, all 4-track. And in either late 2002 or 2003, we recorded what we call a 5-song EP, which had 3 songs from the first album, and then 2 songs ended up being on our second album, which the second album was, we finished that right at the end of 2003, maybe the last couple days of 2003. Then we played a show that New Year's Eve in Montpelier, so it was done before that. But I remember some late night, Nate and I were at his mom's house just recording all night long, doing the vocals and stuff, after we'd finished the drums at my house. And it was that one we called Self-Titled, actual self-titled, not Ready or Not, but we wrote Self-Titled on it. And yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking now. So those were our 3 albums we recorded all on the 4-track, and so I'm going to try and put them in a slideshow. I've been trying to use iMovie on this iPad, and they got this other thing called Clips or something, but I can't figure out how to do it, and it's really frustrating to me because it should be a simple thing of just dropping photos and audio tracks and good, but apparently it's not that easy. I hate Apple products, all of them. Yep. I miss the Windows Movie Maker from Vista days. I could do pretty much anything with that. It was maybe not great, but it worked for me. So I don't know, maybe I'm too old to learn new tricks. But I'm going to try and figure out something this week to, I want to put the full albums on with some either photos of us from back in the day or the album cover or something, but put that up. So hopefully I'll get that up there this week, and then people can start listening to how the quality of the audio was, and then we'll get the new stuff out, and then you can never have to listen to old stuff again. You can hear the improved quality. And like I said, hopefully ability to play, because it's been 20 years now instead of 2 and 3 or 4 when we were doing it before, which was still great back then because we were rock and roll stars, but it'll be better now, I think. So that's what we're doing with the YouTube channel. We're going to put up the old stuff, put up some new stuff, start playing shows again, and record new music, hopefully. And in the meantime, I'm going to do this. Once in a while, pop into a vlog and play a song. That's why I'm holding the guitar, not just because I use it as a prop, but because I want to play a song. So I'm going to do an acoustic version of our song called It's Not the End. It's a Ready or Not song. I've never played it acoustic before, I don't know if I've ever played it acoustic, just me and the guitar. And I tested it, and I don't know if I can't really hear myself singing as much over the guitar, so I'm going to try and play it quieter, or it just you won't hear me singing, and that's too bad. Or too good, depends on your perspective there. But so this one's called It's Not the End, and then it's the end of this little video vlog thing, and then I'll challenge Nate to do one and make him tell about something or something like that, or I'll just say something a bunch of times. I've also started podcasting recently, and I learned that I say "so" a lot. I think this is different because I'm watching myself on this. I got the the iPad facing me so I can see myself. So there's a little more awareness and mindfulness of what I'm doing, but I'm saying something because I can't think about the thing, but I'm not saying "so" because I'm able to focus better, so that was an appropriate use of "so", but I'm not having trouble transitioning my thoughts like I do when I'm just recording audio sitting in my chair staring at the wall for a podcast. So this was called It's Not the End, and I don't think I'm going to play it accurately, but I'm just going to give it a shot. Nope, that's not how it starts. How's it start? Okay. You and I, we used to talk day. Now those days are slipping away. Maybe it's just me, but I think that it seems after all this time you never really wanted me. It makes me sad, but I guess I'll carry on. It makes me sad, but I guess I'll carry on. Carry on, there's nothing else to do. It's not the end, or maybe I wish it was. Gotta keep on going, this will all happen again. Carry on, carry on. Carry on, it's not the end. Thought I loved you, maybe I still do. Hear that? Oh, hang on. Thought I loved you, maybe I still do. All I wanted was to hear that back from you. Didn't want to hear you say I'm not the one. This is not going well. It makes me sad, but I guess I'll carry on. It makes me sad, but I guess I'll carry on. Carry on, there's nothing else to do. It's not the end, no, maybe I wish it was. Gotta keep on going, this will all happen again. Carry on, carry on. Carry on, it's not the end. So many months we're getting along so well. Was so scared of what has happened. Now to tell you how I feel that I was crazy about you. Couldn't say it, tried to show it, really thought you knew. It makes me sad, but I guess I'll carry on. And it makes me sad, but I guess I'll carry on. Carry on, there's nothing else to do. It's not the end, though maybe I wish it was. Gotta keep on going, this will all happen again. Carry on, carry on. Carry on, it's not the end. Carry on, it'll all happen again. Carry on, it's not the end. Alright, that's what you get when you don't. I don't know, I guess I'm so conditioned on the electric guitar and the drums and everything like that, and I can't remember. Or I'm terrible at remembering songs, and I haven't played them in so long. And I'm also terrible at making excuses, by which I mean I'm really good at making excuses, but maybe it's a terrible thing for somebody's perspective. I don't know, whatever. But I guess I'll play another song now, because that one wasn't perfect. Not that this one will be either, 'cause I haven't played this one in ages. But like I said, I did an acoustic album when I was out of college, and I'll put that up here on YouTube as well. Maybe I'll post a link in the description. Hey, I'm just like a YouTube guy now. Post a link in the description. Like and subscribe and all that. No, don't do it. I don't care. If you like it, then whatever. Everybody's so cliche nowadays. Everybody all say the same things. We're just running scripts. Everybody just runs scripts. See, keep me on video long enough, or get me talking, and I'll rant about something that it gets me excited. Whatever. So, yeah, I wrote a song called, when I was in college, I did an album called The Pressure to Succeed. That was one of the tracks that I put on there, and that was a song I wrote with my friend Crystal. I was in Idaho going to school. She was out in Vermont, where I am now, back in whatever, she's in Vermont, and so we're just like instant messaging or whatever, talking. She said, what are you doing? I said, I'm writing a song. And she said, oh, let's write a song. And so she sent me lyrics, sent me words, and I fitted into, reorganized or whatever, fitted into a riff that I was playing on, and then called it a song. And so it's called Pressure to Succeed. I felt no pressure to succeed. I don't usually, and I didn't really, well, I guess I do, but I don't, that's an interesting thing. I guess I do feel pressure to succeed, but maybe I don't frame it that way often. Not so much anymore. Maybe back then. I didn't feel like I needed to succeed, but there was pressure to do things, I guess. That's why bands always write songs about pressure. That being, was it Queen and Bowie and Billy Joel? Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head. 2 songs. 3 bands, 2 songs, whatever. So the pressure to succeed, I had 10 tracks on it. Some of the stuff I'd written years earlier had been kicking around. Some of it I wrote specifically for the album. Some of it I recorded like a month later and have never played since. So, I don't know, they're just songs. But some of them I really like. This one's called Make or Break. And but you can go and this is the one my friend's friend or cousin, I forget. I think he was related to him, or was related to a friend of his or something. But he recorded it for me. His name was Lars, and he did a good job with it. And so you can download that for free at Gumroad. I'll put the link down for it in case you're interested in listening to it. But I also put it up on here at some point this week, hopefully in slideshow fashion. You'll see a picture of the album cover, and then all the tracks will play. If that's interesting to you, I have one of my other Google accounts before I created this one. I had put up some of my songs from back in the day. I might transfer them over to this one. Probably not. Maybe I'll link to those as well. But I put the recording from this song on there. We'll see. All right. Anyway, this video is probably gonna end soon because I don't know how much storage space I got. It's already 18 minutes, 16 minutes. Then I read. Let's try it out. Okay, Make or Break. Paul Brody, The Pressure to Succeed, 2009, I believe. Like the sunrise, find me in the east. In this old place I won't miss in the least. Just like the sunrise, find me in the east. In this old place I won't miss in the least. Because I have to get out of here. Retreat till I just disappear. Forget it all. Yep. So I guess I don't know that song perfectly either, but that's okay because it's not about perfection. It's just about playing songs and having fun and entertaining. So maybe this was worth watching. You get learn a little bit about the band, see me, and I thought I tried to muffle the sound of this a little bit because when I was recording it before, like I said, I wasn't coming out as loud vocally. And I don't know how to increase this without a microphone and PA system, but I thought I might be able to dampen this using a child skeleton costume, because that's what was nearby. Because I have children that I didn't have back in the band, and now I do, and that's cool. So, that's that, man. 22 minutes, almost. Hope you enjoyed your time with me today. Now it's time to say goodbye. I don't have a Mr. Rogers song, otherwise I'd sing it. Maybe I'll do one of these again in a week, play some more songs, and Friday nights, Nate and I are getting together and playing right now. So we're trying to put up a video every week from our rehearsal or recording stuff just to track it. If you're interested, keep up to date with us. And like I said, I'm going to get a lot more stuff put up on the channel this week from the old archives, audio, some video. We have some recordings or old video recordings of old shows on VHS. So we're trying to figure out how we can get that digitized now without paying for it, because we don't want to do that. But one of the last shows we played in 2005 was in Rutland, Vermont. It was September, and it was called Punk in the Park. And I got that whole recording on my computer, so I'll put that up this week. I don't think the audio quality, it's not phenomenal. You probably can't hear me singing very well, but I'll put it up there. It's up to you to decide if you like it or want to listen to it or not, but it's just fun to see old stuff, I think. So, that's it. Bye. I don't know what that was. That's it.